Hello, YouTube. It's BTM here. Welcome you guys back to the Black Tiger Miner YouTube channel. Happy Monday. And today, we're going to switch up a little bit. We're going to get a little deeper into the mining aspect. A lot of people are asking me for help with mining and mining information. So I know some of you guys are new to mining. So I want to kind of give you a summary. So these are the top 5 GPU mineable coins according to hashrate.no. So these would be the most profitable by yield and by power, right? Does not consuming a lot of power and yields you a lot of tokens. So a lot of people are looking about how profitable each token is, but it doesn't matter if there is a high profit but the yield's low, or if the power consumption is crazy high. So we'll look at the 5 coins and kind of do some analysis. So let me know if this is helpful for you guys. You like it, you don't like it. You want to keep this going every month. So this is for January 2024. So we already know Caspa is a good coin to mine, but it's not GPU mining anymore. It's pretty much all ASICs. So if you're trying to mine it with GPUs, you're kind of wasting time and a lot of money. And as you know, Bitcoin, Caspa, Dogecoin, Doge, however you say it, and Ethereum and Litecoin. So most of these are ASIC only. And I did have an ASIC for Litecoin, and I was looking at one for the Ethereum Classic. So let me know if you guys are using Ethereum Classic or if you're mining it. It looks like the price is coming back up. But this video is for GPUs. So we can come back to the ASICs later. So we have here AI Power Grid, which is one of the top 5. So we have AI Power Grid, Lithium, um, Nero AI, which just scroll down to Nero AI, which I really like, and the yield is pretty good. Pyron, which is not a new token. It went crazy for a while and then people kind of moved around. So another thing with this video is kind of going over a lot of information, because with the YouTube influencers, the coins bounce around a lot. People will start mining it, then they go to something else, then they look for something else. Nexa is also good. And the last one I was looking for is, Cairo. And there's not a lot of people mining Cairo. And we can look at that one as well. So we'll kind of go through the numbers. And I'm comparing this 3070, which is a good standard kind of middle of the road basic GPU miner. That's a pretty good GPU, hardworking, and doesn't consume a lot of power. And I'm comparing that to the 6950 AMD GPU. And I do have a 6900, but I think the 6950 is probably a better compare GPU to the 3070. I do have a 4070 as well, but just to keep it kind of even keel, it might be better to compare the 6950 to the 3070. So let me know what you think about that as well. If it's a good comparison, it's not a good comparison, or if we should use a different GPU to compare the two. But I think these are just kind of standard, so it'd be a good comparisons. And then we have here mining pool stats. So make note of these sites and where to go and kind of get the information. So if you see here, we got Caspa at 7. Of course, these are all the ASIC miners. And if we scroll down here, well, if we go to new tokens, let's see. So for new tokens, and I generally sort by hash pools. because the more pools, that means the more people are mining, and it's probably more profitable. So you can see here at the top is AI Power Grid, Pyron. Looking for Nexium, but Nexium might be on the all tokens because I don't think they are new tokens anymore. So let's see, sorted it by pool. See if we can sort it by emissions. Okay, so here we are. AI Power Grid, um, Carson, Nero AI, and I think we're looking for Pyron, which I don't see. So maybe that's back on the new tokens. And if we go back to the comparisons here, so we see here for the 6950, Lithium is the top coin, and it's only using 98 watts of power. And this is using the Blake 3 algorithm. I think the best algorithm for AMDs is not the Kapow, but if you look at the Nvidia, this 3070, it's also showing 94 watts for Blake 3. Then if you scroll down, you have this Cairo coin, which is using that Firo POW, and it's only using 143 watts of power with a yield of 2.6. And I do have a chart I'll pull up in a minute. This is a Pyron, and it's using 103 watts. And I was trying to check. So here's the Power AI grid, and it's using 150 watts on the Kapow algorithm. And if you know, or if you've been doing the research, the Kapow algorithm is ASIC resistance. So that would be a good one to look at and kind of monitor and kind of start mining with, because it's not going to change. And I don't think anyone is working on ASICs. The problem with Casper was once the ASICs came out, the GPUs are pretty much useless, right? It's hard for a GPU mining rig to keep up with the ASICs. And with the ASICs coming out, it's a lot more efficient and less of a power draw. So if we also look, I would recommend you checking with hashrate.no because they have a lot of good information. And this is uh, AI Power Grid. And here is Nero at 189.8 at 150 watts. So that's also a compile algorithm, which I think is memory intensive versus core intensive. So that means it's going to use more of your memory on your GPU. So let me know what you guys think about that as well. And if we look at the price, so for the last month, lithium is $1.93. It's down 1%. AI Power Grid is down 4.6, but it's only 23 cents. So if you were accumulating a bag or mining to accumulate a bag, you want to get a cheaper token so you can accumulate and then kind of watch it go up. But the way that it's down, I'm kind of eyeing this one to see if it's going to bounce back. Then we have Neural AI, which I think is a really good project, but it's also down 5.6%. Let's go back. I was only 4. Okay. It's down 5.6 and it's 0.0026 cents. So that's I guess under 0.2 cents. So it's still cheap. So accumulating it while it's cheap is also a good thing, right? If you're stuffing your bag, you want to get in as low as possible. And I was talking to a friend yesterday, and we were talking about pre-launch coins. And I guess pre-launch would be the best to get, but if you're not getting pre-launch, the next one is to mine right when the coin becomes mineable, so you can kind of accumulate a bag. And it's kind of what I did with Caspa. I got in early and started mining it, the GPU mining it, and then from there I used some of the tokens for GPU mining to buy the ASICs. So let me know if any of you guys had that experience as well, or how you kind of got into crypto mining. But I did want to get more into the mining side, not just looking at tokens to buy and Caspa and looking at the numbers. Wanted to help a lot of the new GPU miners out, because when I first started, it was a lot of information that wasn't shared or wasn't readily available. So you kind of had to do a lot of research to keep up with the larger mining farms and the larger GPU miners. And if I would have had a lot of the information beforehand, I would have been able to mine Ethereum. It kind of took me a while to get caught up. But once I did get caught up, I was pretty profitable with Ethereum mining. And then the merge happened and they stopped mining Ethereum and they went to proof of stake, which I thought was not such a good idea for them. But we'll see how it works out. But Ethereum mining was very profitable and not too hard to get into once you got everything set up. But sites like hashrate.no is very helpful because it gives you the GPU and the overclocks. Because I know that was one of the problems too, getting information from the overclock. But let me get back to the numbers. Kind of went down a rabbit hole. I'm going to finish the numbers so I can pull up this uh, chart I made. So for Pyron, Pyron is 3 cents and it's up 9.9% in the last month. And I didn't look at the 24-hour chart or the 7-day chart. I wanted to kind of give you a month chart to kind of see what the price movement was for the month of January. And the last one is Cairo coin. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but in the last month, it's weird. Price hasn't changed much, but it's currently at 17.7 cents. Let's see. Looking for market cap is not here, so this is actually a new token. New No market cap for Pyron as well. Market cap for Nero AI is 29 million. Market cap for AI Power Grid is 8.7 million. And wow, for lithium, it is 132 million. So let me know what you guys think about that as well, and kind of what you think about the GPU mining information. So I created a spreadsheet that breaks it down from the 3070 to the AMD 6950. And I think this is a pretty close comparison because they're pretty much the middle of the road or the stable for the mid market. It's not the top or it's not the bottom, but it's a good comparable point. And for lithium, ticker sign ALPH uses the Blake algorithm. And the Blake algorithm is not as power intensive as the Kapow. So you can see here Blake 3 is 93 watts and you yield 0.24 lithium a day, and the current price is $1.91. For AI Power Grid AIPG, it's a Kapow algorithm, and you can see the wattage difference. And the current yields you 2.28 tokens a day, and current price is 23 cents. And you can see here clearly, with the price being lower, you yield more per day. So if you're into yield mining, the Nero AI XNA is also a Kapow algorithm. And you can see it's 150 watts and you yield 189 per day. and current price is 0.00269. So with the price being lower, you're going to make more per day so you can stuff the bag. The problem is you're not sure how high it'll go, right? So you could probably get more per day, but if you're using a lithium, the price is higher. So as the price goes up, of course, you're going to make more, but you could get more per day, but you got to wait for the price movement. So I don't know what you think about that or how you feel, or what do you think would be the best option there, to yield more per day or to yield more at a higher price? But moving on, so for Pyron, PYA, it uses Pyron hash, and it's 103 watts, and you yield 14 tokens a day, and current price is 0.031. And for Chiron, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, it's KIIRO, and it uses this Firo POW algorithm, which is 143 watts, and you yield 2.6 tokens a day, and the current price is 17.7 cents. So I really like all the information you get from what is this, hashrate.no, and a lot of the information from Mining Pool Stats. So moving on, we'll look at the AMD 6950. And a lot of people are either AMD or Nvidia, but I have some of both because I'm still trying to compare which one is the better mining. AMDs are cheaper and they are pretty durable, right? I have some 5080s I've had for years and they're still running. And this 6950 and the 6900. And I had a 7, Radiant 7, but for some reason, there's a lot of weird things that happen with the Radiant 7. And for the Nvidia, I can send those to a repair guy I have, and the AMDs where he can repair them, but it's not a whole lot he can do with the Radiant 7s. The Radiant 7's board is kind of infused, the chips are infused onto the board. So you can't really make changes versus AMD, you can replace chips and make updates to them. So I don't know how you guys feel about that as well. But for the AMD, the Lithium, of course, the Blake 3, and it uses 98 watts. But you can see here it yields a little more. You get 0.34 a day. And with the AI power grid, the same thing. It's using a little bit more wattage, but you yield a slight bit more of tokens every day. So you're at 2.37. And for Neuro AI, you got the same 199 watts. So AI Power Grid and Neuro AI are pretty similar as it comes to wattage, but you yield 231 coins per day or tokens. And Pyron, about the same. You got 108 watts versus 103, but you yield 2 more tokens to 16 versus 14. And the last one is Chiron, the Firo POW algorithm. It is crazy power intensive at 212, and you yield 3.19. So I would say I'm currently mining using Nero AI and a um, a lithium. So let me know what you think, if you're still doing a AI power grid or Nero, or which one of these top 5 you guys are using. Kind of want to do a summary and come back to you guys. So I want to start doing this at the end of every month so we can kind of keep up with what GPU coins are mineable and which ones are most profitable. But this is BTM signing out. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for tuning in. Let me get your comments and feedback, and let's get back to the money, guys.